Today on the show, we're going to go to the past, yet we're going to go to the future as well, because we're going to build the 2023 Ford Bronco Heritage Edition. So let's do this right now. If you're new to the channel, my name is David Boyd. I'm an auto journalist here, and I love talking off-road vehicles. So the idea of something classic like the Ford Bronco, and then they do a classic version called the Heritage, is pretty appealing to me. So let's jump into this, and we'll pop this up right here. As you can see, we are on Ford's website. And this is Build Your 2023 Ford Bronco. And we've got a wide range there. We got the base starts out at $34,000, which I remember that thing being a lot cheaper a couple years ago, all the way up to the Raptor of $76,000. Now, they do a Heritage Limited Edition here as well that you can't touch. You just can't touch that one. That's a dealer exclusive model that even dealers don't know what color and really trim of model they're getting of that. So they get an invoice for it, and they pay for it, and then they upcharge it because that one will be an expensive vehicle. But today we're going to talk about the Heritage Edition. Now, the Heritage is built around the Big Bin right there. So $38,000 for a two-door. So you can already see we're jumping up in price just a little bit, but I think what you're getting is well worth it, because you're going to get them 35s on this thing. It's going to look cool, and it's going to have some unique features. So let's just jump right into this, and we will pull this up right here. And as you can see, race red right there, not a bad looking, not a lot of, bad looking build right there. As you can see, you get the white grille with the classic Ford red badging, which is a very much of a throwback to the first generation Bronco. You're getting a white top. You're also going to get these, this little pinstriping here. Let's bring this up real large so we can all play at home. There again, you can see that red Ford badging in there, which I like a lot. This grill looks like a Badlands, but it's not. The holes are different. So don't fool yourself thinking you just go paint one to look just like this. You're going to get that metal front bumper on this thing, tow hooks, all the fun. You're getting these throwback wheels. Now, this is all standard. So this is what you see right now is standard. So you're getting a lot of cool features. Now, this pin striping down here, it's got Ford Bronco up there. You don't get the classic badging right there like you do on the more expensive model. You can add that now. Ford is actually licensing that out to be sold legally. So if you want to add that, you can do it the right way. Now, this Ford Bronco right here, I wish they would have put this in the back. Now, obviously, with a gas cap in there, I can see probably why they didn't, because I think it would have complicated that, and it would have been hard to do. But I would have liked to seen this, or they could have just in this, because this is a vinyl graphic. They could have put that right in there as well, and I think it would have looked better in my opinion. But it doesn't look horrible to me right now. So let's look at our color options. So we're looking at a race red right there. So starting out with Shadow Black. Now, Shadow Black, you can see, we'll make it large again. So you can see that white top of that black, those white wheels. That's pretty menacing. I like that quite a bit. Now, our next color is going to be Cactus Gray. Now, this is definitely a throwback color. I like this color quite a bit. It gives you that vibe of those early releases of that kind of Nintendo Bronco that everybody loved. They were wanting that, hey, that's the one I want. And when you see the interior of this one, it definitely gives you that vibe. So if that was something you were into, definitely go that way. Next up, we have Carbonized Gray Metallic. Now, this is the one color. It may be for you, but it's the one color that for me, I don't like the white top with that. The white grill doesn't seem too bad, but I think I would have liked a black top maybe, or a dark gray top, or body matching top would have been perfect for that. Let's see. Next up, we have the race red, which we showed earlier. As you can see, once again, we'll enlarge that. So you can see those white wheels, that red, that very American vibe, very American car truck vibe there. I love that. Let's see. And finally, we got the new color. We got Azure Gray Tri-Coat, which is there's a $995 upcharge with this color, but it's not bad. Those colors play well together. The white striping, the blue. Now this is it's kind of fools you. It's not Area 51. It's a little bit darker, but pretty rad with that white top and stuff. In the comments below, let me know what you think. And point out some of the features of the Heritage Edition that you're getting. You're getting these fenders. For one, I wished every Bronco came with these kind of squared off fenders, but I understand why they didn't. With the 21s on, the basic Broncos get rounded fenders there. And I think the idea behind that was to give the Heritage here, make it unique, make it something special. And I really like those. I really like those a lot. I wish I could get those. So out of all these colors, the black, the Cactus Gray, the Carbonized Gray, the Race Red, and the Azure, which one is on your to-do list? I think I'm going to go with the upcharge of the $995 Azure Gray. Kind of like that, and I want to be a little bit different with this thing. So next up will be our engine options. You get the standard 2.3 liter engine there, the 4-cylinder, or you can go with the V6, the 2.7 liter dual turbo you guys know, if you've done this long enough, I'm probably going here. I like power, and it's going to cost us about $3,500. You can see, because you're forced into the manual. You're going away from the manual into the automatic transmission. Now you are getting the 4-wheel time or 4x4 full time, transfer case and all that. Now this is not the advanced transfer case. I want people to know that this is the lower transfer case. It's still very capable. You're still getting all the cool goat modes with it, but it's not the heavy duty one that you get in the Badlands and the Wild Track. Once again, we're going to get that 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, one of the pluses to me about when you're getting standard Sasquatch package with this, so you're getting the 35-inch tires, but one of the pluses is you're getting that right here, this 4/7 gearing, and you're going to get that standard rear locking differential. A rear locking differential will get you out of all kinds of you're stuck. It's just going to 2 tires turning instead of just one turning. Trust me, off-road, it's the creme de la creme. Now, you don't get the front rear locker as well with this, but you are getting the rear. But the gearing, the 4/7 gearing, is pretty nice, because with the 35s, it just you feel all the power that your motor's giving you. If you had the 4-cylinder and it had the 4.46s, put 35s on it, it's going to be slightly noticeable. Now, is it going to be ridiculously noticeable? No. But you guys know, I want all the powers I can get, and I want those powers to meet the ground. So we're getting the mid package. Now I want to go through the mid package just a little bit and point out a few things. You're going to get the 2-door intelligent access lock and unlock. And what you're getting with that is, and this is a big plus to me, is the ability to walk up if you've got your fob in your pocket, maybe your hands are full or you're holding something, the ability to get your keys out to unlock it is just, not there. This lets you just touch the door handle and the doors unlock. And my Jeep does not have this. Jeep has an option like this, but my Gladiator does not have this. And it kills me. When I go to drive the Gladiator, I'm thinking, oh, I'll just touch the handle. And I'm like, damn it, now I got to get the fob out. First world problems, I know. But what you're getting with the mid package with that, it's very nice. So we're also going to get the connected navigation. You're going to get a 90-day trial of that, which is okay. I have used this when we had it. I did not re-up it because my phone works great for navigation. I love Waze. Dual zone electronic temperature control. So this is a big thing that me and Kelly, we always fight about the temperature of the vehicle. She likes it hot or cold, and when I want it cold or hot. Like, it's just yin and yang there. So that is nice that you each can kind of control that yourself. And, that was a feature that a few years ago was in the more plush vehicles. So that I like that you can get that there. You're going to get a power outlet in the back. So you're getting the inverter, which I think is really nice. You're going to get the remote start, which I love my remote start. I've got my Bronco keys here. Let's pull this up. I've got my Bronco key right here. And I love the fact that it's got the little remote start there. There we go. The remote start there. Start it up on those cold days. And, I don't worry about my going into a freezing vehicle. So that's pretty nice. Rear parking sensors in the back, which make it nice when you're backing up into a spot. Remember, you do have a big tire back there, which does hinder the rear sights just ever so slightly. So you get that nice camera. It's got the sensors built in. You can see when you're getting close to, maybe you're backing into a restaurant and they have bushes or something. You can just hear that, and it's very nice. I like that a lot. And you're getting Sync 4 with this thing. So that is pretty cool. Now, once again, you're going to get these standard, you're getting the standard Sasquatch package. Now, these are not the wheels you're getting. I think Ford should fix their website a little bit. But you're going to get those 17-inch wheels with this thing. They are aluminum. They are not the beauty ring capable. So this is all kind of confusing. But you're going to get the 315/70 17s. There are a Goodyear 17-inch kind of middle of ground. They're not really a mud terrain, and they're just a little more than an all-terrain. It's a pretty nice tire, though they are C-rated, so finding those to replace them is a nightmare. So that's why I went into a BF Goodrich tire after my tires worn out. Now, tow capability. Now, this I'm going to go ahead and check this in, because having it pre-wired from the factory is so nice. I know there's a lot of, you can get a Curtis hitch and you bolt right into there, but it's not, you got to wire it. And these are not plug and play. So it's not as simple as you thinking, oh, I'll just plug this in and then, I saved a lot of money. No, this comes pre-wired from the factory with the 7-pin and the other, I forget what they call the other one, but I like it. And that's how I option mine. Now, you're getting these white wheels that are included. Now, these are like the Everglades, except for the Everglades has 5 holes in those wheels. We'll pull this up a little bigger where you can see it. You get the 5 holes, where these have the more classic throwback of the 4 holes, which I like that a lot. And once again, man, look at that red. I love that Bronco or the Ford in there in red like that. And you're getting the 35-inch tires, which is a part of that. Now, we got a few options that we can talk about. You can get there's the soft top, if you want to do that. I don't believe you can do that with the 2-doors. Let me look. It's Trek Top by Best Top. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. Do I see it here? It says all trims. So there you go. I know a lot of people wanted soft tops from the factory, but just for, I think it's federal reasons. They have to have so many of these things out on the road before they can start offering them like that. I heard that a long time ago. I've never found hard proof on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a federal regulation. But you can get all kinds of little options here. This top here for the beamy top, which is like the mesh top, I do not recommend buying this from Ford at all. $390. It's weak. It's weak sauce, man. I believe for around $100 or so, there's other brands out there on the interwebs that can. It's a lot nicer product. I mean, a lot nicer product. Now you are getting that Oxford white painted roof on this. Now this is the 4-door, so but that's something you're getting standard with this, which it is a painted roof. I've seen this truck in person, and it's a very nice painted roof. Now white, you're gonna have to wash it, in my opinion, probably quite a bit to keep it shiny and looking great. But I would ceramic coat that thing and do the best I can to keep it shiny and pretty. What else we got? So steel bash plates are included, which is a nice feature. So if you do plan on off-roading this thing, it's a plus. Body armor, no thank you. I'll pull this up here. If I've got the throwback, I don't need any of this stuff, nor do I understand the real purpose of that stuff. I know people like it and want that kind of a hardcore look to their vehicle, and so be it. Now, tube steps. Now, if I'm off-roading this thing, I probably want a true rock slider, and I partnered with companies like White Knuckle Off-Road, and which you'll see on the channel soon, some rock sliders on ours. But these are a nice step. I do like these steps quite a bit. I wish they would have picked them up just a hair higher. I understand there's probably a certain height that, a natural step height. So that's probably why it's down just a hair. And, you're dealing with the vehicle with 35-inch tires. So it is a little bit of a step to get in there. But I find that to be a nice step. And since it's included, I'm not upgrading any of that because I think it's great. Now, there are, as you can see here, there are things that you can add to it, though I do not. Yeah, it is available on 2-door. I was about to say, I don't know that it was available for 2-doors, but these are not rock sliders. These are just a metal step. So you can bash those up a little bit. So I don't want people to be fooled to think that's a hardened steel. They are steel, but or they might be aluminum. I'm not sure, but they're not willing to take a beating like a real rock slider would. Now, some of the next options, wheel locks. I always say it. Why? Just don't include those on the website. And every dealership buys that. I think they just go clicking through when they pre-order stuff for themselves. And I hate paying for something that I just end up throwing away. I do not want that stuff. Now, the keyless entry. I know a lot of people do like this keyless entry and the ability to lock your keys in the car, which is kind of interesting. And, punch in your code. Say you're at the beach or somewhere. You don't want to take your keys with you, so you could do it that way. I like that they finally started color matching this stuff. I still don't. It's still not for me. I don't think I would ever use it. And, I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not for me. So $110 on that one. Now, something I do want are these signature LED lights. I have these on my my Badlands right now, and I like those a lot. And so for $800, you can have those. So I'm going to click that because I like those lights. But that does not give you the LEDs in back. You still get the normal lights in back, which is they can't give you everything, right? They want to force you into a higher trim if possible. So next up is the interior, and this is one of the cool parts of the Heritage that you're kind of getting. Look at these kind of 60s throwback seats. They call that a navy pier, but what they called navy pier in the first edition was not that bright. Not that bright blue at all, but I do like the kind of twill look to them. They look very nice. Still a head scratcher of why they want to put red in here. You could have put blue, made the handles blue, and it would have flowed well. This is already a special edition, so let's not act like you could not have done that, Ford. But very nice. Let's see if we got another shot of this thing. We'll pull up here. There is that kind of Nintendo style dash that everybody liked. Now with the Area 51, I think it looks really, really good. I think this looks great. I don't mind the red and the little Tic Tacs there. I don't mind the red there. I don't mind the red in the Bronco there. I think that looks pretty cool. I do mind the red once again in there, but that's something you can easily, if it bothered you like it would bother me, you can easily, take care of. Now you got extra spots for your nuggie holders, your dipping sauce holders up there, because you're not getting the front and rear lockers. You're just getting a rear locker and the turn assist and your hazards. So you're missing all the other goodies up there. And Ford, why could you not balance that? Put just 3 in the middle. I'm sure it's because of injection molding. That's all expensive to do, or relatively expensive to do. But I wish they could have filled in this, made it solid, had your 3 in the middle, and I think it would have looked better, in my opinion. But I understand, this makes you want the next trim up, or it would me. So as you can see here, here's your dual climate controls. I want you to see again, which in 23 they actually brought back the temperatures in the knobs, which is very cool. So that is a nice setup. I really do like the way that Ford has it there. The big buttons here for your fan speeds are really nice, and you've got your heated seat buttons in there and all that. So the interior of this thing looks really good. Now we've got some options for some cargo stuff. I'm not a big fan of this at all. I think there's an aftermarket company that I've worked with in mind. If you're ever curious about our Bronco, go to allterrainnation.com. There is a page on there for how we built our Bronco out. But there's our options if you so willingly need them. There is for the 2 doors. They're actually getting a little trunk lid space there. So if you want to lock up your stuff there, I'm sure it bolts into the lassos there. And actually, you can see where it does. So that looks pretty cool. What else we got here? Now, one of my big things is, and I see this, they ask this all the time on forums, should I get the auxiliary switches or not? Now, it's $195 in the scheme of a $50,000 SUV. Do you think you're going to notice $200 in your car payment? Never, not at all. Or if you're just buying it outright, you're probably not going to notice that, man. That's a night out on the town anymore. But what this gets you, and I can't stress this enough, is these are not just switches that turn on and off. These are pre-wired through the vehicle. Now they have it for the light bar. There's a place already pre-wired. The wiring is already up there. You're getting a fuse block installed in this, so you can tap right into that if you have anything like a winch or anything like that you want to install. You're getting a lot of stress relief, because to wire this stuff, you got to pull all the plastics off. You want to run something. Maybe you got a refrigerator in the back of this thing, and the amperages are correct for where you want to put things. So it's a heavier duty amperage in the rear of this thing. Maybe you want to run your air pump. There's spots to do that. So I think that's a plus, and I think don't skimp out on that. I'm telling you, maybe down the road, you're thinking right now, I just wanted to use this on the road. I'm never going to use those. Maybe you get into off-roading a little bit, and I'm telling you, you will kick yourself if you do not spend that $200 on that. Now, we got a tailgate here, which isn't kind of a fun option. Now, I actually have one of these sitting in box. I'm looking at it right now that we're going to do a review on pretty soon. So that's actually pretty rad. You're getting Sync 4, which I cannot say enough is a pretty nice setup. The one thing I wish, this is a lower trim, so I understand why you can't get the big 12-inch screen. But with the 8-inch screen and that white, just makes that look tiny to me. And it's not. The 8-inch is a nice size screen, but for some reason, that dash, I think I would have removed these rings or something. I would have done something slightly different on that. But I still I have the 8-inch screen of mine. Love it. Would not complain about that at all. So as we wind this thing down, let's look at our 2023 Heritage Edition Ford Bronco. It is, we started out around, what was it? I think it's down here at the bottom. So $44,000, $44,305, and we added a few options, and in options we did add. So for roughly $1,000, that Azure Gray paint color, which I like a lot with that white top. We did plus out with about $3,500 for the engine option of the 2.7 with the 10-speed automatic transmission. You're going to get the 4.7, ratio axles in this thing, and I'm telling you, with 35s, that's a plus. Sasquatch package is included in this. I did add towing for basically $600 because I'm lazy and don't want to wire all that up myself. And we're getting those cool wheels, 35-inch tires, and what other? We got the headlamps for roughly $800. That was a big plus. And after that, not too bad. So out the door, we're looking around $51,975 for this fun 2-door. And it's expensive, but I think the Heritage is, if you're looking for that, you say your parents or somebody had an old 60s when you want kind of that classic throwback Bronco, even more so than what the 6th Gen RE is. I think this is the way to go, and I like this thing quite a bit. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about this. What color would you choose? What options would you choose? Am I crazy about some of the things I've chose? I'm crazy anyways, but let me know. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this badass Bronco, I love to drive. It's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.